topic that I feel like so many people have questions on and they're not comfortable with. First, I'm gonna start with different types of foundations. Your liquids and your powders. So those are your two main forms of covering up whatever you want to cover up, whatever foundation you want to do. Recommendation for a light coverage would be a BB cream. A BB cream is a blemish balm. It really is just to even out the skin tone. It's more than a tinted moisturizer, has a little bit more coverage and has a lot more benefits. My favorite that I've used is this one from Pacifica. It's a multi-mineral BB cream and it's very illuminating. So it has this stunning radiance and glow to it that it's just absolutely, oh my God, it's breathtaking. This is Urban Decay's Naked Foundation. This is a demi matte finish. Now what a demi matte finish means it's not completely matte and it's not completely glowy. So it's more of that satin finish. It looks incredible on skin. It is very natural looking, very lightweight, like absolutely beautiful. This is not your full coverage foundation. This is your light to medium coverage foundation. And what that means is light to medium coverage just means you look natural, like it looks like your skin. It's not a full coverage foundation. Full coverage is completely like, you don't see anyone's blemishes, you look completely flawless. That's a full coverage foundation. That one goes for $45 at Sephora, so it's a pretty good, I would say it's a pretty good price range. Doesn't last so long, that's the only downfall of that one. Like for me, Urban Decay, if I'm gonna wear it every day, it's only gonna probably last me a few months. So for me, it's not really economical. Something I can recommend very similar to that, that's not as expensive, would be Sephora collection. Sephora's collections foundations are actually phenomenal. I've been using them on people and clients and they just look amazing on people, on skin types. They have two types. They have their 10-hour wear, which is a full coverage, and then their new foundation, which is very similar to the Urban Decay one, glowy, lightweight, and it's only like $27.50, so pretty good option. This is the Tarte Amazonian Clay Foundation. It is 12-hour wear. So I wear this foundation on the days where I need my makeup to last me from morning to night. It is a full coverage foundation. However, I find for some people they need a little bit more if they're looking for full coverage, like they need a second layer rather than just one layer, depending on your skin and how much you're covering. I just do one layer rather than two because I don't need that much coverage. And this bottle, I wear this foundation every single day. I've been using this since November. It is March and I have not needed to repurchase yet. So this one is a phenomenal product to last you a long time. It's a mousse formula, so it's not very liquidy and it's not very thick. And I find that when I wear it, my skin looks so natural. Like I don't see the foundation on my skin. I don't feel the foundation on my skin. It looks supple. It has Amazonian clay in it, which just helps help keep the oil in control and helps, depending on your moisture levels, keep the moisture at bay. And it's also oil free. And I like Tarte because it's a more natural product. So I'm wearing a product that is not full of chemicals on my skin, which I really appreciate. And I generally stick with only those kind of foundations. If that foundation is not enough coverage for you, I would recommend Becca. Becca has an amazing foundation, Ultimate Coverage. It is so beautiful. I've tried it on so many clients and the even flawless coverage that it gives on people is beautiful. Absolutely recommend that foundation. And there's so many color variations. Awesome foundation to try if you're looking for a full coverage. Also, Nars brand new foundation, Luminous All Day, is amazing for a full coverage foundation. It is not glowy, it is a demi matte finish. It is weightless, so you can put it as a medium, like you can put one layer and it'll be a medium coverage, and then you could put another layer for full coverage. So it is layerable without looking cakey because it is weightless, and that's really awesome because the Nars sheer matte is discontinued. They're no longer carrying that, and the Luminous All Day is going to be a replacement for it. And Hourglass, oh, Hourglass has a mineral veil foundation, beautiful. That is more of a luxurious brand, so you're gonna be spending like $70, $74 for foundation, so it's a little expensive, not in everyone's price range. But if you do want to spend that much money for a foundation, it is vegan, cruelty-free, gluten-free, and has skin benefits. Hourglass's creator really likes to put skincare benefits into her makeup, so you kind of get dual purposes, which is phenomenal. And that's a foundation I love, but it's not in my budget. Another option, if you do really love glowy skin, this guy over here is the Josie Maran's Argan Liquid Illuminator. This is life for me. You can mix this into your foundations to give you that extra radiant glow, or you can just put it onto the high points of the cheek to give you that dewiness, which I absolutely love. But your other option for coverage is powders. Okay, these are two of my favorite. This is the Sephora Micro Smooth Mineral Powder. This one is really great. It's not a full coverage foundation. It is very lightweight in coverage. It has a slight glow to it, which is really nice. So it looks very satin on the skin. And it doesn't give you that powdery, chalky look, which is why a lot of people stray away from powders, because they don't like that chalky look. And then the Tarte powder, which is also another mineral powder, and it has Amazonian clay in it. So yes, great powders, don't clog your pores, give you an even complexion. This is very important because I get this question all the time. Why can't I just use my fingers, and why can't I just use a sponge? There is a reason why you cannot just use your fingers and you cannot just use your sponge. For me, they're both not economical. They are maybe for people, but like I think a brush is an investment. So I'm gonna give you a little demo. This is a mirror. I'm gonna show you what it looks like to apply makeup with your fingers. So I'm gonna take Urban Decay's Naked Foundation. I'm gonna take my fingers and I'm gonna smear that onto this mirror. Okay? So not like the worst thing in the world, but it's kind of blotchy, right? Kind of blotchy. That's what fingers do. Fingers do not give that even, flawless, airbrushed look. And that's what people want. They say, how do I get my skin to look completely even, look completely flawless without looking blotchy? Your fingers make things blotchy. Okay? That's blotchy application. And these little sponge wedges are like, I hate these things. They're like the worst thing in the world. For me, these things steal your makeup. When you pour this into a sponge, automatically it's absorbing all your makeup. You're wasting money. Like you are wasting money into this little $1 triangle sponge. When you apply this, where's your foundation? In your sponge, not on your face. So you're gonna get a very, very light coverage, and you're gonna end up using more product because you're piling on the foundation onto this sponge. So there you go. That's like legit. Like look at that. I hate these things. Another option is the Beauty Blender. I love the Beauty Blender. Beauty Blender does not absorb all your makeup. You wet this guy and you put it on your face, and it just gives a very even, flawless application. You've probably seen the Beauty Blender all over YouTube. It is an amazing product. I do really love it. If you do not want to spend the money on it, you can always, sorry it's dirty, get the Real Technique sponge. It's really good as well. Wouldn't say it's as good as the Beauty Blender. Like the Beauty Blender is amazing, but this one is good for people who do not have the $30 to spend on a Beauty Blender. My favorite way to apply foundation are brushes. Now, there are a few types of foundation brushes you can use. You can use the regular flat-sided foundation brushes, which, to be honest, I've never actually used on myself. I've used them on people, but it's not my favorite way to apply foundation. I find sometimes it can make it just a little streaky. You can use a stippling brush. This is from Sephora. It's the number 42. It's just a pro stippling brush. It just gets into the small corners, gives an even application, looks really beautiful on the skin. And I think this is about like $37 to $40. Another option, which is one of my favorites. It was my favorite before this other one I'm going to show you last comes into the picture. This is the Sigma. This is the flat top, and it's dirty, I'm sorry, but I used it today. This is the F80 flat top foundation brush. This is going to give you full coverage, and you're going to use less product. So you pop that foundation on this baby or on your skin, and you blend it into circular motions. It's going to look really even. It's going to look really beautiful onto the skin, and it's going to look real flawless. So I absolutely love the flat top foundation brush. Cost efficient, Real Techniques. They come in sets. You can get them at Walmart or you can get them at Rexall now. They come individually, and this is a buffing brush, which I actually just use as a foundation brush. This one gives you a medium to full coverage finish. I absolutely love putting this one on. It works really, really well for the cost. Number 78, Pro Airbrush Blender. It is a dome shape. It has 100,000 synthetic bristles. It picks up all your foundation, and it doesn't absorb into the brush. And you put it into your skin and you just go into circular motion. It literally looks completely airbrushed and flawless. This is my absolute favorite brush. I use half the foundation now that I was using before, and it just evenly spreads into the skin. So if you want the airbrush finish, you kind of go in the circular motions. If you want more of the full coverage, you can apply it flat and kind of just roll it onto the skin. And it's because it's domed, you can go in the little corners, which is amazing. This brush is phenomenal. So now I'm going to show you the difference of applying foundation with a brush onto the... So I'm going to use the Urban Decay Naked again. I'm going to use my flat top Sigma brush. I'm going to pop a drop on there. And I'm going to show you the even coverage that this gives. You use less product, and you get so much more of an even coverage than you would with you using a sponge or using anything else. So investing in a brush is a phenomenal idea. It's going to last you a lifetime, and you're not going to be wasting your product, and I think that's what's most important. But yeah, so those are all my tips and tricks. I don't have time to add anything with like concealers and those kind of questions, but I will definitely be rolling out a skincare routine video and how important that is for your skin and what I use and what I absolutely love. So I hope this video was informative. I hope you learned something. If you have any questions, just put it in the comments below and I'll be happy to answer them. Have a wonderful day, guys. Mwah. Love you.